Yes, I'm recording this at 4 a.m. on a Monday. Allow it. Please. Please. What's going on, YouTube? Your boy NeeblesFTW back with another Pokemon Unite video. And in today's video, I thought I would sit around and talk about Pokemon Unite's potential success, revenue, player base, etc. in the mobile MOBA market once it's released. Mobile MOBA market. Triple M, huh? You know what? Say that 10 times real fast. Comment down below if you can. Mobile MOBA market. 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 Mobile MOBA MOBA. In the background, we currently just have the gameplay trailer for Pokemon Unite going on. So you guys have something to look at while I'm talking. I'm going to go over a couple notes that I have, and then we're going to switch over to some articles that I found quite insightful when it comes to the amount of success that Pokemon Unite could face once it's finally released. God knows when, because I don't. Let's get right into the notes. So, a couple things that I found noteworthy that I've jotted down for us to go over today. This game is going to be made by TiMi Studios, being developed by Tencent Studios, which is quite substantial in this sort of market that the game is going to be released in. TiMi, the subsidiary of Tencent, has been wildly successful. They have made the ports of PUBG and Call of Duty when it comes to their mobile alternatives. COD Mobile, I know a lot of you guys play it. Some of my friends play it personally. They also released the insanely popular mobile MOBA game Honor of Kings, which was later released to the English-speaking countries like America under the name Arena of Valor. They have that under their belt as well, which was insane. So at one point, Tencent actually spoke with Riot about making a mobile port of League of Legends. And the idea was actually thrown away by Riot, claiming that their game on mobile, it just wouldn't really do the whole League of Legends vibe, the gameplay mechanics, the everything. It just really wouldn't do it justice. So Tencent, with the help of their subsidiary TiMi, actually made HOK, or Honor of Kings, in response to that, and it became wildly successful. 50 million daily active users with over 200 million registered users by 2016, and it came out in 2015, I believe, and it became the highest grossing mobile game in the world in 2017. And actually, fun fact, still is. We're going to be taking a look at some articles to go over that and basically prove my point. The English version Arena of Valor actually saw a lot of success as well, just not as much because it was released on mobile and Switch. The Switch version lost support and they only focused on the mobile version, but now they've scrapped it entirely in favor of Riot, because they actually came back to Tencent after seeing how well Honor of Kings did and said, you know what, let's make a League of Legends mobile game. So they're actually working on that currently, and they're not working on Arena of Valor anymore, but they're still working on Honor of Kings.
Now let's take a look at some articles, because that's always fun.
So the first article we're going to be looking at, we have 3 today, is from Justin Diaz on Android Headlines at the beginning of the year, titled 2019 was a big year for mobile game revenue. Revenue is a big thing because if your game is making money, you're going to continue to support it because money is good. Money good. You know what I mean? Ooh, ooh, ah, ah. Money good.
Money make company happy. Ooh, ooh.
I've already highlighted everything I want to go over in this article, and let's go ahead and get started with players spend an estimated $61.7 billion on mobile games. That number is insane. On mobile games, $61.7 billion. Can you imagine? That is insane. This number is so big, it's actually a 12.8% increase on the year previously, 2018, where the industry only made $54.7 billion. As you can see right here, the leading game for revenue last year was Honor of Kings, which is a popular mobile game from Tencent, as you can see in red. It launched under the name Arena of Valor in the US. We've been over that already. Data shows that the game accounted for $1.43 billion on iOS globally. Other games contributed significant amounts too. I'm not sure if Honor of Kings is on Android, but if it's only on iOS, 1.43 billion, making up a insane amount of the market share on its own with just one game. That's insane. Call of Duty Mobile is another smash hit game published by Tencent. Red, yeah, you see, we talked about this before, which launched in the beginning of October last year. Goodness gracious. It also made 87 million in the short time that it was out, reaching the number 60 days after its release, because it was only out 2 months. Keep that in mind. If it made 87 million in 2 months, think about how much it's going to make this year and the year of 2020. Wow. Another big hitter, which you're going to be like, huh, it's not a Tencent game, but it's a mobile game, and it's Pokemon Go. Games like Pokemon Go also had a massive year. 2019 was its most successful year for revenue, reaching nearly 900 million globally across Android and iOS. This is huge because not only does that show people are still playing Pokemon Go, which we're not really interested in that part. Pokemon Go came out a while ago, and you may still know people that play it, you may not. It's definitely died down, but the numbers say otherwise. Almost $1 billion in the year. That is insane. It tells us that a lot of people are still playing it, but also Pokemon is still making money. That's big. Taking a look here at our second article. This is actually an article about League of Legends. Now, James, why are you talking about League of Legends? This is a Pokemon mobile game. It is a Pokemon mobile MOBA game. Pokemon Unite is a MOBA game. The biggest MOBA game in the world currently is League of Legends, and with $1.5 billion in revenues in 2019, League of Legends is the second and free-to-play PC games, just behind Epic Games Battle Royale. Fortnite. Wow, are you serious? Fortnite? Fortnite? Anyway, this article is brought to you by Millennium. League of Legends revenue tops 1.5 billion in 2019 by Cthulhu from the beginning of the year. Another successful year for Riot Games. League of Legends generated nearly 1.5 billion in revenues, which is actually 100 million more than in 2018. Now, this is not a big jump. It only went from 1.4 billion to 1.5 billion, but growth is growth, and it's a MOBA game. That shows MOBAs are still an interesting game for people. It's still making money. It's still on the rise. That is important, especially when you take into consideration Pokemon is a MOBA game. Pokemon Unite, rather, is a MOBA game. That's important. For your information, the global video game market is estimated to generate 120.1 billion in 2019. That number is huge, and it'll probably just keep getting bigger and bigger because more and more people are discovering video games, playing video games, etc. We've seen that with the mobile numbers. We'll continue seeing that with other consoles across the, just across the field in general. Another thing I have highlighted here: the mobile gaming market generated 3 times more revenue than free-to-play PC games, a trend that is expected to increase in 2020. Now, as I just touched on, how a lot of people are playing mobile games when they don't even have consoles. Apparently, this is true for at least, it's 3 times more revenue than free-to-play PC games. Here's another cool fact. The mobile gaming market generated 3 times more revenue than free-to-play PC games, a trend that's actually expected to increase in 2020. Now, we touched on this earlier when we said when you have a phone, your more important thing to you is a phone rather than a PC, rather than a PS4, an Xbox One, the new PS5, etc. Your phone is what you use on a day-to-day basis. More people have phones than they have consoles, and what do you want to do on your phone? Sometimes you want to play games, and boom, this shows it. Now, this number basically shows that 3 times more revenue than free-to-play PC games. If this revenue is talking about the generated 120.1 billion revenue, 75% of that came from mobile games, 25% of it came from PC games and onwards. But it's only comparing it to free-to-play PC games, so that number is probably skewed. But nevertheless, that is a big difference, and it shows that the mobile gaming market, very healthy, on the rise. Finally, our last article here from Screen Rant. The Pokemon Company just had its second best year ever by Scott Baird, June 2nd, 2020. I didn't highlight it, but it's there. So basically, it touches on Pokemon Go again. It has earned over $3 billion in profit to date and doesn't seem to be slowing down anytime soon because it just had its best year yet, and making $3 billion since it came out in 2016? Like, that's insane, and it's just going to keep going up and up and up. So that's one thing. This is a baby cat. I want you to roar, baby cat. Now, Pokemon Sword and Shield were dogged by controversy in the run-up to their release, but this didn't show in terms of sales, as they had sold over 17.37 million copies to date, another big number, and a great sign to show that Pokemon is still healthy, still kicking it, and still making hella monies. Now, according to analyst Daniel Ahmad on Twitter, the net profit of the Pokemon Company during the 2019-2020 fiscal year was 15.367 billion yen, or $143 million. It means it's the second most profitable year behind the release of Pokemon Go in the 2016-2017 fiscal year. Now, what have we learned from these articles? We've learned that a few things. Pokemon is on the rise. Mobile gaming market is on the rise. MOBA games in general are on the rise. These 3 things are the key components, the main ingredients, the spiciest flavors that make up Pokemon Unite. And with all three of these numbers showing great signs of life, no signs of slowing down, Pokemon Unite, in my opinion, is going to be a great game upon release, and it's going to just be a winner. You know what I mean? It's going to bring home the bag for Nintendo, and hopefully it does not show any signs of slowing too soon for them to decide, and this wasn't a good idea, and they chop it. Because based on numbers from Pokemon Go, mobile games, Tencent's mobile games in general, and League of Legends in the MOBA market, this game is in a great spot. It seems to be that it's going to be dropping at the right time. This is an amazing move from Pokemon, in my opinion. I know there's a lot of controversy and a lot of hate around the reveal and announcement of this game. I personally love this game, and it's not even out yet. I love the way it looks. I love the idea. I love that it's going to appeal to a casual and even a competitive side, with hints and rumors of competitive Pokemon Unite being a thing already, with some esports organizations hinting at wanting to be a part of it. But anyway, I ramble. Guys, if you guys enjoyed this video and you have some deep takes of your own in terms of the articles we went over, the information I provided you, let me know down below. Answer the question of the day: how well do you think Pokemon Unite will do? Do you think it's going to do well and soar like its other mobile friend Pokemon Go, or do you think it's going to kind of crash and burn in the dust like Arena of Valor, another one of Tencent's games but they only really stopped because they started working on League of Legends? I feel like it would have been fine, but Honor of Kings has been #1 on the mobile market for the last 3 years, and it's a Tencent game. It's a MOBA game. That's exactly what this is going to be, with combining their #1 game with Pokemon, which is like one of the most, probably the #1 like brand in the world. You know what I mean? Recipe for success, in my opinion. Let me know down below if you guys enjoyed this video. Let me know what topic you want me to see covered next. I know there hasn't been any news lately, but hopefully these videos are informative enough for you to make a decision on if you guys want to keep up with the game. And if you do want to subscribe to me, that would be amazing, because I'm going to be making content like this here and there. And whenever news comes out, I'll be sure to be on it, making a video the day of or the next day. But just let me know down below if you guys enjoyed it, your answer to the question of the day. Make sure to drop a subscription, leave a like, so you get up to date for when I make videos like this, or whenever I cover the news, and I'll see ya, so I can stop rambling. And the next one, baby. Later, gamers!